Hey, how's it going, everyone? Welcome back to Let's Play Dead Space. Before we get moving forward, Sealed Paladin was telling me to do something that I've never thought to do before, which is to come in here and use Kinesis to move this bookshelf out of the way. And that reveals a hidden room. I never knew this was here before. And there's all sorts of shit all over the walls. There's a gold semiconductor, which is very nice, bit of plasma energy. But this has to be either Dr. Mercer's office or Dr. Kyne's, like a hidden office. And there's even a little mini replica marker back here. You can see it's kind of got a double helix structure. It's, again, the central icon for unitology. Yeah, this is Dr. Kyne's hidden office. The vidlogs from the colony are poor quality, but the artifact does indeed appear to be a genuine marker, the first to be found in unitology's 200-year history. I'm eager to get it on board the ship so I can study it properly. The potential here is enormous, not just for me personally, though it's true I've dreamed of such a discovery for decades, but also to humanity and the Church of Unitology in particular. This marker could herald the dawn of a new age for mankind, and I will do my part to ensure it comes to pass. I know the Church will be grateful, but the true recognition will come from all of humanity. On this day, we are blessed. So Kyne is still going through this phase of religious zealotry, and he, at this point in time, still absolutely believes in the marker, in unitology, in this great transformation they were speaking of. He believes in all of this 100% still. Dr. Kyne. The other doctor he was speaking to in some of those audio logs previously was Dr. Mercer.
I finally convinced Jurgens to show me the video feed from the colony. And what I saw was glorious. Breathtaking. Miners undergoing a transformation into something extraordinary. I must know more. Even as the believer within me wants to become one of them, the scientist needs to uncover their secrets. I need to study one of these necromorphs, as Kyne so clinically puts it. I need to witness this infection firsthand. Perhaps that patient from the colony.
Right, we got another medical log from the psych officer earlier in Chapter 2 talking about that patient from the colony and his psychosis. So that was a different doctor from the one whose lab we just explored. That, I believe, was Dr. Mercer, who tends to be a lot more fanatical in his beliefs in unitology.
Let me out!
And there was no way to save him. Only thing we could really do is watch the introduction of a new necromorph, the Lurker. Visceral really loves their baby enemies. There's also the crawlers in Dead Space 2 and 3, and the unbaptized babies in Dante's Inferno. And if you let these guys leap on you, you get to kick the baby, which will kill them instantly. Those guys are actually pretty annoying to fight. They crawl all over the walls, and they have projectile attacks. Yeah, this room. You might be wondering what all of these babies are doing aboard a mining ship. This is the biological prosthetics lab. So this being a mining ship, there tends to be a lot of mining accidents where crew members wind up with missing limbs. What happens here is they clone the crew members, and they harvest the body parts from the clones to replace any missing appendages from the original basis for the copy, the original crew member. The future in this universe is both full of medical miracles and also extremely messed up shit. Alright, not even gonna play this game with you. It's very rare that you kill children in games, let alone babies. Although I guess they kind of justify it as the babies are transformed into horrible monsters. But still, like, you just stomp a baby out in dead space. Just stomp the baby out. There's some very, very disturbing and subtle noises playing in the background.
Alright, that thermite you picked up should be able to melt through the barricade. Use the shock pad to ignite it. Hope I can hold this position. I can hear something big moving out there.
I'm still not entirely sure what thermite is being used for on the medical deck. Like, isn't thermite an explosive, or... like, is there an actual medical application for thermite that I don't know about? Oh, I just heard something around the corner. Good thing they're giving me a stasis refill. Hey, buddy. Holy shit, that leg doesn't want to come off. Took 4 shots. Oh. That's a first. They're starting to spit shit at me. Oh. Should have time to stomp his legs off. Someone mentioned to me that they didn't add random drops from stomping corpses until Dead Space 2, but I'm not sure about that. I'm not sure how true that is. So since we picked a gold semiconductor up and tons of plasma energy for the plasma cutter, we'll sell a little bit of that. I think I'll keep about 50. Keep about 50 shots worth of energy. If I need more than that, then I'm doing something wrong. And with that, we'll just buy a bunch of more nodes. And I probably won't be doing any more upgrading until Chapter 3 or so. Like I said, I want... Hey, buddy! Stuck in the door? Hold on, I'll help. That didn't help much. Oh, I love ragdoll physics. Anyway, we have the shock pad and the thermite, which we use to make a thermite bomb. That's a pretty good thermite reaction. Pretty good animation for the thermite, like that.
Okay, you're through. Should be clear from there to the morgue. Remember, the codes are on the captain's body.
Yeah, so all of that was so that we could get into the morgue and medical deck. So that we could find Matthias's body, the captain of the ship.
This is Senior Medical Officer Nicole Brennan transmitting ship-wide. We need more help. We don't have the resources to deal with this many cases. Nobody would tell us what's happening. These wounds, we are not equipped to deal with this. Get him to the table. Hold him. Nurse, you hold him down. And record him.
That was Nicole, right? I can't tell from here when that log was made. I'm sure she's around here somewhere.
Yeah, that was Isaac's girlfriend, who was one of the doctors or the nurses or some kind of medical personnel aboard the Ishimura. Remember he was listening to that video log of her in the beginning? So we have at least 2 lurkers in here. Oh, it was to my left. Ah. They don't do too much damage, but they tend to swarm you. Or attack you from a couple different angles. Come on, where are you going? I'm waiting for it to pop its tentacles out because that's what its weak point is. I wonder if this will actually hurt it. Certain things, if you launch it with kinesis, they can actually do damage. Nope. Ugh, that was ugly. Took too many shots. You've seen these before. This is a power pack, which we will gently insert into the wall. And that turns the power on in here. I don't know, I kind of like the lights off. It's nice, spooky, atmospheric lighting. 800 credits, probably more credits in here. Oh no, plasma. Yeah. That'll top me off. Probably could have held out, but it's just taking space up in the inventory. I know there was something around here I missed. I just heard it. There. And you. Should wind up with about 7 or 8 power nodes by the end of this. There is a door coming up that I'm about to use one on, though. Might be in this hallway, but first, yeah. Come on. Does it want to leap at me? It's getting pretty close. Ah, shit. I moved a little bit too far forward. Alright, get the other leg. I can't tell if I just popped a tentacle off it. Yeah. So you can dismember the tentacles while they're retracted like that by aiming at their backs. But it's a little bit of a crapshoot. Oh shit! I didn't think there would be the one behind me. How did that miss? Wait, what? Okay, so it looked like the stasis landed behind him, and then it popped and froze him. It's fucking weird. I almost clutched that out without taking a hit. Oh well. Oh hey! Only thing that room was missing was a leaper. That's a lot of plasma energy. I'm not sure if that is going to make up for using a power node. Not sure how much 25 plasma actually sells for. I wasn't paying attention. I think it's only a few thousand. So I probably picked up, I don't know, about 30, 36 plasma energy there. Probably not enough to make up for the 10,000 credit power node I spent to open that room up. So I guess you could consider that one kind of a dud.
Hello? Can anybody hear me? My name is Eileen Fisk. I just woke up in here and everybody was gone. I don't know what's happening. Why did they all leave? I'm going to try and find someone. If you can hear this, please come for me. I can hear scratching in the wall. Hello? Who's there? Are you a doctor? Why is everyone... Wait, I know you. You're Harris, the prisoner from the colony. You killed that nurse. Help! Somebody help me! Please!
Slitting your own throat with a bone saw. That's a pretty brutal way to go. Yeah, we knew you were coming. I'm sure there's something behind me. That leg does not want to come off. Look at it. Oh my god. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. I just punched his fucking head off. This is not good though. Like 6 or 7 shots to get that one slasher's leg off. Was he special? Is that Harris maybe? I don't know. Newborns. This is probably a bunch of Visceral's development babies, if I had to guess. Although in universe, you could probably say that they were the clones from the Prosthetics Lab. I like how you can tell that you're going to be backtracking back to the medical deck because this is now the second time that we've seen an oxygen recharge, so we know we're going to be back here later in a vacuum. Really signposting what's going to happen in a future chapter. So that nurse, clearly under the influence of the marker's psychosis. From Dr. Kyne, Chief Science Officer. Attention, Captain Matthias. Benjamin, further to our previous conversation, I asked that you delay bringing the marker up from the planet for a day or two. You know I'm as keen as anyone to study it in detail, and I understand your sense of urgency given the events on the colony, but that's why I asked. What's happening down there is just too unique, too unprecedented to cut it short without proper time to study the causes and effects. In light of a discussion I had with Dr. Mercer, I'd like to meet with Dr. Chiarello and Wellen Planetside to get their observations. Terrence. Dr. Chiarello, I think, was the one that Harris killed. So Kyne is kind of pleading with Captain Matthias to hold off on bringing the marker on board because he doesn't know what kind of consequences there will be, and he wants to keep observing what's going on planetside.
Science Log Chief Science Officer Dr. Kyne reporting. The colony's problems concern me greatly. I have no doubt they are somehow linked to the discovery of the marker, but the exact nature of that connection is still unknown. Almost 40% of the colonists are experiencing a form of dementia. The obvious symptoms are acute depression, insomnia, and hallucination. Incidents of violence and even murder also indicate extreme paranoia. Dr. Mercer has advised that I bring some of the affected on board for study. Dr. Wellen, the planetside psychiatrist, has reported that his own analysis has been fruitless. I'm hesitant to rely on Dr. Mercer at this point, but I need his expertise. We need solutions, and we need them quickly.
So Kyne is hesitant to bring the thing on board. He's trying to hold off, but Mercer, his colleague, is pressuring him, telling him, just do it, just bring it on board. Both of them being unitologists, by the way. But like I said... Oh, hold on. Mercer being the more fanatical of the two. Those things are some of the more annoying enemies, the bat-winged infectors. They latch onto corpses and bring new necromorphs? Like mechanized necromorphs? New necromorphs into the fray. And that one that it just brought to life happened to be the corpse of none other than Captain Benjamin Matthias, who has the captain's log.
Codes received, and they look good. Thank God. I'll start accessing the captain's records right now. Head to the tram station, and I'll contact you there. I'm going to find out what the hell happened to this ship.
So there's a bunch of unitology script, which I guess now is a good time to say is also known as marker script. And there is also a picture of a bloody marker scribbled amongst that. Medical log, Dr. Domus G. Medical Examiner, report of death on ship. Subject, Captain Matthias. It's my sad duty to officially pronounce Captain Benjamin Matthias dead. Reports of the exact circumstances surrounding his death are conflicted, and beyond the scope of my role, I can only report on the body. The subject was in generally good health for the age. Through a cursory blood test indicates his leukocyte count was very low, with eosinophils, in particular, almost non-existent. His pre-flight physical exam showed no such problems, indicating rapid onset. However, it is unlikely that he had any... I think that might have been too far. Had any effect on his death. Multiple contusions on the arms and hands indicating a brief struggle pre-mortem, slight contusion around the ribcage suggesting his chest was restrained in some way. Cause of death was a single prolonged trauma to the ocular body, which continued on through the cavity wall, and finally into the frontal lobe, causing rapid neurotrauma, seizure, and death. The force required to puncture the ocular cavity in this manner is great, and the possibility of self-infliction correspondingly low. I therefore have no alternative but to record a preliminary verdict of unlawful death. Whether deliberate or accidental is beyond my jurisdiction. There's a little bit of discrepancy between how he dies in game and how he dies in the movie Dead Space Downfall, which actually depicts his death in detail. In-game, there's a video log that you can see later where, which lends a little bit more to what we just read. He was restrained prior to death, and he was deliberately stabbed through the eye with a needle. In the movie, he breaks free of his restraints, and he attacks someone. And he's jabbed in the eye with that same needle out of self-defense. So depending on which source is considered canon, he was either killed deliberately or accidentally in self-defense. Oh, and you can see another enhanced one in that room. So we're just backtracking now at this point, now that we have the log. That one actually took a lot more ammo than usual. It was, what, 6 shots? And he dropped 2,400 credits. I wonder if that's a special necromorph. Like if that's maybe one of the doctors or something.
Isaac! Somehow one of them found a way down to the captain's nest. I managed to contain it in a damaged escape pod. Lifting executive lockdown now. I found the deck logs. Whatever is happening around here, it came from the planet when they cracked it open. It spread to the colony and reached the ship. Isaac, this isn't an infection. It's some form of alien life. Shit, we've got bigger problems. The ship's engines are offline and our orbit is decaying. Get over to the engineering deck ASAP while I stay here and figure out what the problem is.
Hammond's half right. It is alien life, but it is also an infection. Also, his video log coming up so suddenly made me jump. So that's where the blind nurse gave us the kinesis module, so we're right back where we started Chapter 2, right next to the tram. So before we hop on board and end Chapter 2, I'm gonna do a little bit of selling. Yeah, no need for the line racks. The line rack, I might pick, the line gun rather, I might pick up eventually. For now, I'm gonna buy enough power nodes to do some upgrading next time, and with the leftover money, I can't afford the flamethrower, so I'll get the pulse rifle. The pulse rifle has a nice little crowd control function, plus its ammo is pretty cheap. That being its alternate fire, that's its little crowd control effect. The line gun I might get eventually because it has a really good mine. But that's going to be it for Chapter 2 Intensive Care. Thanks for watching, everyone. Take it easy. Have a good one.